So you've made a good selection around something on a light color background, and when you drag it into a darker image with a background, you notice this little fringe around the outside. Now I've exaggerated a little bit so we can see what's happening. Hopefully yours won't look quite this bad, but you're going to see just a little bit of the original background around the outside. So how do we deal with that? Well, the poor way would be to zoom way in and manually erase a bit at a time, and you could do that, but it would also take a while. So a better approach would be to first off start with a command in the layer menu called defringe. Now you can't see it on our screen, it's right at the very bottom, it's called matting and then defringe. But this is what the dialog box looks like, and it gives you the opportunity to enter in some amount. I wouldn't go much higher than, probably stick with 1, maybe try 2, and you click OK. Now, in many cases, it will do a pretty good job removing the fringe, but then often what happens is you end up with something that looks like this, where it's got rid of part of the fringe, but not all of it. So we need to address that. So the way we do that is by using our Layers palette, and we're going to hold down the Command or Control key and click on this layer to load it as a selection. Then you go to the Select menu and choose Modify Contract. Or contract that by 1 pixel. So now we have a selection that's selected all of her except the very outside 1 pixel. Then we go back to the Select menu and choose Inverse, which will select basically only that 1 pixel on the outside. So she's not selected, only the 1 pixel around the outside. Now I'm going to press Command or Control H to hide this selection so you can see what's happening. Now at this point you could try first of all just pressing the delete key. Sometimes that will do a good enough job. We could also use a filter such as Gaussian blur and then preview that and try and get just enough. We don't want to go too far because then we kind of get an outer glow kind of effect. So just a little bit will often do it. Or the other option is to use an interesting concept. We use the fill command. I just press Shift Delete or Shift Backspace on PC, and we change the blending mode from normal to clear and use an opacity of maybe 40% or so, and that's going to in effect delete the pixels somewhat, not completely. So that combination will almost always do a pretty good job of dealing with that problem of having a noticeable fringe. I'm Dave Cross. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoy these little tips, and please come back again and check for more tips in the future.